Across the United States, police agencies collectively have thousands and thousands of SWAT teams responding to incidents that your standard police officer isn't trained or equipped to handle. One such agency that has quite a lot of SWAT teams is the FBI. The Federal Bureau of Investigation is one of the most recognized and well-known federal law enforcement agencies in the United States. As one of the world's most prestigious organizations, its mission is to protect the American people and uphold the U.S. Constitution, and through its SWAT teams, it is capable of responding to high-threat emergencies anywhere in the United States or its territories. But the FBI doesn't just have one SWAT team, it has several, and not all of them are created equal. In fact, one of them is on par with the likes of Delta Force and SEAL Team 6. With that said, why does the FBI have so many SWAT teams? What are the differences between them? And what does it take to get into an FBI SWAT team? We're going to answer all those questions for you, and much more. What's up, guys? I'm Veteran Vinny, the voice behind General Discharge. Join us as we take a deep dive into the various types of SWAT teams of the FBI. This is FBI SWAT Teams. SWAT teams are designated law enforcement teams responsible for responding to incidents which are beyond the capabilities of traditional law enforcement, where they use specialized equipment, weapons, and tactics. A lot of police agencies, whether it's local police, state police, or the feds, train and maintain a SWAT team that is capable of responding to high-threat emergencies when things really hit the fan. The FBI is no exception to this. As one of the largest federal law enforcement agencies, with its presence in all 50 states, the FBI can't just have one SWAT team. It needs to have several. There's over 10,000 special agents after all. But the way the FBI designates its SWAT teams is quite unique. You can say there are three levels of capability between them. There's the FBI's Elite Hostage Rescue Team, the FBI's Enhanced SWAT Teams, and then the FBI's SWAT Teams. But before we jump into these three levels of FBI SWAT, just understand that for all SWAT teams, a majority of their overlapping missions are going to be dealing with active shooters, barricaded suspects, hostage rescue, counterterrorism, VIP protection, riots control, and high-risk arrests and searches. The members in these SWAT teams may be assaulters, breachers, snipers, divers, bomb technicians, canine handlers, medics, and other various positions. But one thing SWAT members can't do is keep you safe from the data brokers who are making a fortune selling your personal information to robocallers, spammers, and other shady individuals on the internet. That's where Aura comes in, today's sponsor. Aura can identify data brokers exposing your info and submit opt-out requests on your behalf. Brokers are legally required to remove your info if you ask them to, but they make it super hard to do. Aura makes it easy as 1, 2, 3 and handles it all for you. Plus, Aura is super easy to set up and comes with a bunch of cool features like antivirus, VPN, password management, identity theft insurance, and much more, which can all protect you and your family from online threats you can't see. If you use our link aura.com/generaldischarge, you get a 2-week risk-free trial where you'll be able to find out who's been leaking your information and start protecting yourself in minutes. If you're a fan of the disguised voice and face, then join the team and start protecting yourself too. Don't let people continue to exploit and profit off your private information. Again, that's aura.com/generaldischarge for your 2-week risk-free trial. Links in the description or pinned comment below, or you can scan the QR code on screen. Now back to the video. With that out of the way, let's start with the first FBI SWAT team we're covering in this video, the FBI Hostage Rescue Team. The FBI's Hostage Rescue Team, commonly referred to as HRT, is the FBI's premier SWAT team, often considered a Tier 1 equivalent of U.S. military special operations forces. They're the gold standard for domestic counterterrorism and hostage rescue. The HRT consists of roughly 100 FBI special agents who work in that capacity full-time. Unlike the other FBI SWAT teams, where the agents work in them part-time, these operators shed their investigatory duties and dedicate their entire careers to training and executing missions. The HRT has the ability to deploy within 4 hours to any location within the United States or its territories. With their ability to fast rope, their Halo and Hey-Ho capabilities, and maritime capabilities, they have a multitude of ways to deploy into whatever mission or battlefield they find themselves in. And yes, I said battlefield. HRT has been known to deploy overseas, and have been embedded in Ranger battalions and other special operations units deployments. There's a reason I've said they're on par with Tier 1 SOF units. units, because they quite literally train alongside them. They've conducted joint training exercises and participated in exchange programs with Delta Force and SEAL Team 6. In fact, if it weren't for the gigantic FBI patches they wear, you might mistake them as being a SOF operator. Additionally, HRT members have been able to participate and train alongside Navy SEAL candidates in the second phase, or dive phase, of BUD/S training, joining the class for the entirety of the phase. This should make sense, because all HRT operators receive training in air assault tactics, rappelling, CQB, chemical agents, terrorist psychology, surveillance, sniping, communications, and even diving. The FBI makes sure the HRT has the best tools at their disposal, and provides them with state-of-the-art helicopters, boats, and any other gadgets needed to accomplish the mission at hand. As a whole, the FBI HRT is divided into two teams, Gold and Blue, which contain assault and sniper teams. They're structured this way because their operators also fall into one of two groups, which are either assaulters or snipers and observers. And in order to continuously be at their best, they have to put in a considerable amount of time honing their skills. The HRT is in a constant cycle of training, readiness, and deployment. Hostage rescue situations can pop off at a moment's notice, so the HRT needs to be ready for the most difficult situations at any place at any time. But what does it take to join the hostage rescue team? To this day, their selection process still weeds out even the most qualified of candidates. FBI special agents must serve in the FBI for at least 2 to 3 years before they can try out, and even those with extensive special operations backgrounds wind up not making the cut. The selection process is a grueling 2-week screening course that they use to see who would be a good fit, and then those who pass will move along to train in a 6-month new operator training school. For those interested in joining the HRT, many will say to you that you need to focus on getting into the FBI first. So why does the FBI have this elite SWAT team? Well, because of the sheer size of the FBI's jurisdiction and responsibility in protecting the country, the FBI needed a SWAT team to be capable of handling extraordinary hostage situations, large-scale counter-terrorist operations, situations involving nuclear or biological agents, and operations where local law enforcement or the regional FBI field office was not trained or equipped to handle. With FBI HRT covered, let's move on to the FBI Enhanced SWAT Teams. So like we said, the FBI has the HRT, Enhanced SWAT Teams, and SWAT Teams. You can probably guess where we're going to go with where they fit here. The FBI's Enhanced SWAT Teams are a step above their standard SWAT teams, but aren't on the same level as the HRT. However, with that said, they are able to augment the HRT when the HRT needs extra bodies. The FBI has designated between 9 and 14 Enhanced SWAT Teams throughout the country, but these special agents serve on the team on a part-time basis and still retain their investigative duties and responsibilities. Nearly all of these Enhanced SWAT Teams are located near the Coast Guard's Maritime Safety and Security Teams, and receive additional maritime training and maritime equipment because regular FBI SWAT teams cannot respond to maritime incidents like the HRT can. The additional training provides the Enhanced SWAT Teams with a limited maritime capability for emergency purposes and allows those teams to work effectively with the MSSTs. Additionally, these larger SWAT teams happen to be in major metropolitan centers where there are a higher number of incidents and a more target-rich environment for terrorists and criminals. All in all, you can say that FBI Enhanced SWAT Teams consist of a larger number of personnel than standard SWAT teams and have increased access to additional tactical equipment and funding. With the FBI's Enhanced SWAT Teams covered, let's move on to the FBI SWAT Teams. While the FBI's SWAT teams might be the lowest on the pecking order of their tactical units, make no mistake, these teams are still highly capable and well-trained. They simply serve a different purpose to the Bureau. The FBI has 56 field offices scattered throughout the United States and its territories, and because each office has a SWAT team, there are 56 FBI SWAT teams. These SWAT teams vary in size and can have anywhere up to 42 members. Each member who serves on an FBI SWAT team does it on a part-time basis and had to volunteer and pass a selection process. The specialties in the teams range from assaulters, snipers, breachers, medical technicians, rappel masters, and tactical air operations officers. Members undergo regular training regimens to keep their skills sharp, and dedicate roughly 32 hours a month to do so, but it all depends. There's 56 different teams after all, so the way things are done will slightly vary, even though the FBI did centralize how they do SWAT. The selection process all volunteers must go through tests candidates in marksmanship, physical fitness, judgment, problem solving, communications, and other physical and mental challenges. Once someone passes selection, they're sent to a couple of courses and must go through a probationary period as well. But here's the the thing, an FBI special agent can't join the FBI and immediately start working on a SWAT team. A brand new agent usually has to spend a certain amount of time at a field office before they are permitted to try out for SWAT, much like in the spirit of how the FBI requires them to wait 2 to 3 years to try out for HRT. And that covers the last level of FBI SWAT. For anyone who is interested in working in this career field, you must understand that becoming an FBI special agent is a feat of its own, so do not go into this expecting that it's a done deal. Learn what the duties and responsibilities of a special agent are, and understand that that's the main job for a significant majority of those who we've discussed today. With that said, there's much more to the hostage rescue team than we've gotten into for this video. If you're wanting to learn more about the story behind HRT, such as its creation and history, we did a video covering all of that. Scan the QR code on screen or go to the link in the description below to go watch it. Well, that is the down and dirty of the FBI's SWAT teams. If you learned something from this video, make sure to give us a like and subscribe to our channel. As always, thank you for watching. Do you even want to be here?
All your friends are subscribing to General Discharge, and you don't even want to be here.